Hi everyone. I have my two buddies with me. You can see a little bit of kitten. Pippa's a bit hard to get in the picture because our couch is broken. I think it's a combination of her jumping on it and my partner sleeping on it due to his sleep apnea. So we'll need to get a new couch. So I just wanted to do a different kind of video today. It's a bit more of a thank you, and I know I've done a poem of this. You can probably find it in my previous YouTube videos. But literally, sometimes we just need to, no matter how difficult our situations are, you just need to take a minute and be thankful for those that have walked a path in your life. And what I mean by that is that I have a fairly small circle of people that I can go to, trust, rely on. One is a sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and their family. And then there are like that, they're in my life continuously and constantly. And then there's obviously immediate family, my sister, and obviously my husband, because he is the one that lives with me day in, day out. He sees the worst of me, he sees the best of me. He knows what my strengths are and my weaknesses are, and I don't just mean in what I'm capable of doing, but there would be people that would witness our relationship and be like, how are they married? Because it can get quite loud, but that's because we know who each other is. And there are moments that I get frustrated, and there are moments he gets frustrated, but we just know each other very, very well, so we're able to forgive each other without too much of an issue. So we have our differences, but we also have a lot in common, and if my body was better able, we'd be able to do even more stuff that we both enjoy. But yeah, so they're the people that are in my life as an everyday or a constant or a go-to, but then there are those that walk in your life that don't stay. And I was actually watching one of the NCIS shows, and it kind of touched on it, even though it was more Navy orientated. It still stands true. You need to be thankful for those that walk in your pathway. And to be a bit clearer, there's people that I don't have coffees with, or I don't talk to on a regular basis, or I might not send a text message even every week, because I don't send text messages every day. But on a regular basis. But I have them in my social group in a messenger format. And I can message this person, and I don't generally get negativity from them. And yeah, I probably message them more than they message me, but that's okay. They understand that relationship. I understand that relationship. We did work together at one point, so just from that, and we've been able to, it's been one of the constants in my life, which I'm actually thankful for, because it is really hard for me to maintain positive associations, because it's hard for me to put in the time, if that makes sense. So it's nice when someone is there but is not demanding that constant attention, but when you reach out to them, they're supportive. So that's what I mean by walking in your path. And then there are other instances, like one of the previous companies I've worked in the last couple of years, the most pretty much constant company, the one that I did the driving for. Again, I don't talk to him anymore. He was my supervisor. He hired me. He accepted when I couldn't do it anymore. He hired me. He let me go. So, but he kept letting me try. He kept giving me the opportunity. He didn't judge my circumstances against me, because he did see what I was capable of when I was in a good space and when my body was working. And if my body wasn't the way that it was, I'd probably still be driving. It's just that the back pain gets a bit too much, so I just can't do it anymore. But that was probably my preferred job, and it was more about him. It wasn't even the fact that I was, solo in the car without anyone talking in my ear and gossiping and stuff. It was him. So, things like that, things that people do to impart positivity in your life. And it might not be someone that you socialize with on a regular basis. It might not be someone that you come into contact in a regular basis. It might be just for that one purpose or for that one situation. I can think of a manager that I worked under 15 years ago, the same age. We had a very similar background, and we got along. And he was one of the first professional people that I disclosed my ME/CFS diagnosis, because I was on trialing some strong painkillers at the time, and they actually made me feel a bit yucky, and I had to take some time off work. But so we had that connection. And then there are those people, and they're the moments you need to be thankful for. They're the people that you need to be thankful for, because they've given you something to aspire to, some motivation, just some, as I said, some encouragement, some positivity. And another one of those is I'm a Carlton supporter. For those not in Australia, it's Australian Rules Football Club team, who nearly made it to the grand final this year, but just fell short. So I was a bit sad, but I'm glad we got where we got. And I did an original poem and I sent it to them, and I got an email from the communications manager saying that they accepted my poem, and it was passed on to the president and the AFL senior coach. So that was, whether it got read out to the boys or not, that's not really the point. The point was it was acknowledged, accepted, and thought about. So in those times when you can't move, don't want to move, your head's full of junk, just reflect on those positive moments, those positive people, and try and be thankful for something, because it really does help the world go by a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. And I'm kind of thankful now that I have an afternoon position where I only work a couple of days a week, and even if I'm not feeling great in the morning, I know that I've got 4 hours or so, or 3 hours, or whatever time I get up before I have to think about getting ready and going to work. So at the moment, that's what I'm thankful for, and I'll be going away on Friday, and we'll see what videos I can do. But thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and I hope you've got someone to be thankful for in your life. Bye.